Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that High Priestess energy. Now, this is the full moon. This is kind of the energy that rules the sign of Cancer, right? This is very good. I think that Spirit is sending you messages, leading you to your future. Yeah. I think that you've been experiencing more and more unexplainable phenomena, right? Supernatural things, psychic things. I feel that you've been getting a lot of synchronicities lately. I feel like there are a lot of messages coming your way. Yeah. Let's put this into some context. Let's see what's going on here. That's such a great card to start with. I love the High Priestess. Oh, and Six of Pentacles is nice too. This is material success. This is coming into a physical environment that is harmonious, that is productive, successful, lucrative, prosperous. Oh, and we're going to celebrate. Look at that. Three of Cups. And a good, nice, very good Knight of Pentacles. That is the card that has the vision of the future. You saw this coming, right? You knew that you were meant for great things. And a Two of Pentacles. It wasn't always easy. I think you've been through a lot in your life. You've had to make a lot of changes in your life. And look at that. Look at that water energy, the Queen of Cups. This is kind of like we're soaking in our good feelings, and it's just like it feels like a really hot bath, you know. It feels really, really nice to me. And look at that. Oh my God, we're gonna ring the bell. We don't usually ring the bell anymore for the power cards, but there is the Chariot. That is the Cancer power card. This is fantastic. A Ten of Pentacles, yeah, I mean, of course, right? Wheel of Fortune, yeah, well, what else could it be? And the World. You got some of the best cards. This reading is going to make me cry, especially considering the last Cancer reading that we had, right? I think we've gotten away from something that really wasn't good for us, and really, by the looks of it, it was holding us back, right? We were so busy like trying to just protect our value, protect ourselves, that we were missing out on all this opportunity. But here it is. And this is absolutely stunning. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. I like to put Pamela's name first, of course, as we all should. And, whoa, well, we're going to let that one just fall out. That was a volunteer. We don't mind the volunteers here. Happy little accident, right? Another Six of Pentacles, of course. The mystery card's going to go right here. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross. Who else? Right there on top of that card. We're not going to look at that until the very end. But it will tie everything together, all right? It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, or you have a hunch, put your hunch down in the video comments, all right? Let's do it together. Let's make this an interactive tarot reading, and let's discern that mystery card together as an exercise in intuition. All right, which I think you've been getting a lot of those. Yeah, let's take a look around the room. I really like the High Priestess. I think that is your intuition. That is the way Spirit is communicating to you. The way the universe really is sending you messages about your future. And it's stunning. I wish we could I don't even want to talk. I feel like my voice is ruining things. You know, I feel like me trying to explain these energies is not doing it justice. And I almost wish I had some kind of music or something in the background and we can just look at the cards and have a nice meditative time with them, because these are like the best cards of the pack, some of the best cards for sure. So we've got major, 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 major. We don't have any fire, which is interesting because in the last Cancer reading, it was that fire person, right? Then it was the Knight of Wands that we were kind of getting rid of, right? It was that narcissistic person. So we don't see any fire now. There's no conflict. There's no friction. There's no trouble, right? It's just paradise. And so we got rid of all of that anxiety, any of that worry, any of that conflict is gone. We've got water right here. Your Cancer energy is some water. We got really deep waters here. We would have the kind of lunar water with the High Priestess, so that's very good. We don't have any air cards, though, do we? The only kind of air that we might have is the communication coming from the High Priestess. So that takes the place of that air energy. And it's like we don't really need to think about anything. We're feeling it. We're intuiting it, right? And of course we have earth, 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 and even some earth there with the world or universe card. So I feel like a lot of this is your deepest desires. The deepest wish for yourself is manifesting. It is this sense of your own worth and your own value, your own talents and skills, your own capabilities, your own potential is now manifesting. Dream come true. Your very best life. Yeah. I don't even know where to start. I don't want to spoil any of this. But we'll start, I guess, with the High Priestess, because this is, I'm tearing up a little bit. This is what Spirit has been trying to tell you over and over and over again in your life. That you can, that you will, that you deserve it, that you're strong enough, you're good enough. All these things, right? And I think now you're starting to get this kind of harmony where it's just like, suddenly there's less traffic. Suddenly the lights are turning green faster, or it feels that way. And we never know if it's true or if it's just our perception, but it kind of feels like things are just getting easier. It feels like I'm kind of just being led in the right direction. It's almost like, it's like that episode of The Office, right, where Holly is trying to look for Michael Scott and she doesn't know. Just kind of feels it, just kind of goes where Spirit's leading her, Not that you're Holly in this situation, but I like that kind of energy. But I think that it's true. I think that you are noticing more things in your life, more signs and symbols and synchronicities. And the more you follow those, the more it feels like life is getting easier. The more it feels like you're finding money on the ground. Lights are turning green. People are just not in your way, right? Where you maybe would have tripped and fell, you just kind of do a nice glide, a nice dance, landing on your feet, where you never really would have, So it's just, it feels like life is getting easier. It feels as if you got some kind of divine force around you. And you do. And you do. I think travel is in the cards for you. Yeah, especially when we look at we have both of these sixes, right? We've got 2 6 of Pentacles here, plus that World card. I do think that you're going to be traveling. Okay. I don't know if travel was part of your kind of vision that we have. We've got the Knight of Pentacles back here, and this is. What's the issue with driving at night? Do you not like to drive at night, or are your eyes like you just don't do that? As soon as I said you're going to be traveling, I just kind of heard, hopefully not driving at night. I don't know if that's an issue for you or not. But the Knight of Pentacles anyway. This is the card that has the vision, so let's hope you got your glasses on. It's like you have a long-term plan. It's like you know that you're meant for great things. It's like you have a blank canvas in front of you, but you look at it and you can see where everything would be painted. You can see what it's going to look like. What is the Knight of Pentacles looking at? Well, looking at the Ten of Pentacles in the environment, no less, right? It's the perfect card in the perfect position. And this is in the past saying that probably as long as you can remember, you've had a vision of your own future, right? And there may have been a point in your life where you felt like discouraged, disgruntled, a little pessimistic, a little hopeless, thinking, I'll never get there. You know, and maybe you didn't quite know exactly what it was. Maybe your eyes have been a little fuzzy and you couldn't quite get the details. I think the details are coming into focus now. Every time we get the Ten of Pentacles, I always think, this is your best life. Where's the Knight of Pentacles? Because this is that energy that has that vision. Well, this just so happens to be in your kind of past position here. So I feel like you've already done that work. You've already kind of, you have a long-term goal, a long-term plan. You know your pets, your plants, your people. You know what these 10 Pentacles are for you. And this is your best life. Okay? But between there and there, you got all this stuff. You've got to follow the signs and symbols. You got to follow the road signs, right? That Spirit's providing for you. So we got the Moon energy, High Priestess, right? That full moon energy, really bright, obvious kind of signs and symbols. And we try to stay in harmony with the process of change. This is change. This is the card that says what is here today is gone tomorrow. What you have now, you won't have. What is standing still right now is going to be moving in just a second. So this is the card of the constant undulating of the universe. It's constantly moving. Nothing is ever static. Okay? And that's why we have to continually look for the signs and symbols, harmonize with them, decipher them, follow them. Okay? And what we're trying to do is maintain this harmony. This is us really, as a partner in the process of change, harmonizing, resonating with it, accepting it, and knowing that we have an influence over it to some degree. Right? Our decisions really do affect the harmony in our lives. And we've got two of those. So I feel like we had harmony. Something happened a couple days ago or in the last reading, right, with that narcissist person. That was something that brought us out of harmony with the universe. Now we're back in harmony again. Okay? And it really does feel like you've just kind of it's like you've entered the slipstream. It's like you've eased into a hot bath and it's just like things are great, right? I don't know how else to describe that Queen of Cups right now, because this feels like we've entered the slipstream. It feels like we're just in the flow of things. And it's just like there's really nothing to do but just enjoy it. Yeah. There's a connection I'm getting a connection to Paris, maybe France as a whole, for you. I don't know what the connection is there. And I think maybe a couple readings ago, I had a Paris impression that came in for you. So I don't know if that's part of this travel, maybe if that's where you live, or that's something significant to you. Maybe it's life goals, But the Queen of Cups here there's one caution. Don't get so comfortable in the slipstream that the process of change will catch us unaware. Because life is nothing but a continual process of trying to reharmonize with the universe. Because as soon as we get complacent and think everything's perfect, nothing bad could ever happen, boom, we get hit with some other conflict, a roadblock, a speed bump, a detour, and we've got to adapt. We've got to harmonize. Okay, so you have that Two of Pentacles up at the top here. You're always ready to meet with new changes. You're already geared up for your next move. Yeah, you may be enjoying that hot bath, kind of going with the flow in the slipstream or whatever, but you're always ready. You're always like brace. You can respond quickly. You're like a ninja. So you're ready to be proactive, and you're ready. Whatever comes next, you're going to reharmonize with it. Whatever kind of mode we're in. If we're in a yin type of energy, a yang type of energy, Things are light, things are dark. You're right there, ready to adapt to it. Yeah, this is very good. I almost wonder if you have some sort of like training like that, like some sort of emergency training, like EMT training or firefighter training. I don't think you do that as a career, but I feel like you train something, and maybe it's a martial art. Maybe it's even something like shooting sports, or maybe any other kind of sport, really, where your reaction time is really important. It could be car racing, right? Not at night, but something that makes you be like ready, like on your toes. You never know, like dodgeball kind of thing, right? Anyway, they kind of look like dodgeballs. The Three of Cups underneath everything. This is, you understand the process of change on that emotional level. And what that means to me is you know what kind of a feeling tone you want your life to have. You know how it feels to be in the zone, to be in the slipstream. And this card says you understand how to make more moments like that, like peak experiences, like that really resonant experience. That doesn't last maybe it only lasts for a second, and then we spend the rest of the day trying to get back there. You know, the peak experience is like that, of kind of being in that slipstream. You understand how to create those moments in your life, and gosh darn it, we want more. We want more of those moments. Yeah. This is also a card that is kind of reminding us to focus on our diet and our nutrition and our exercise. Yeah. To me, this is a card that asks us to recognize what we're nourishing ourselves with, physically, mentally, and emotionally, and spiritually. Right? Are we taking in the right things? Are we consuming the right things? I think you are. We have all of this wonderful energy. I think you're doing all the right things. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Also, Spirit's telling me about the bread. Do you bake bread? Or, I don't know, maybe they're muffins or something. But I feel like you do a lot of baking. Yeah. And maybe that's just the idea that you enjoy making things from scratch. Not only food, but experiences, relationships. You like building things. You like taking all of the raw materials and putting them together and creating something nourishing, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, right? I can't wait to get to that mystery card, though, I'll tell you. 9 of Cups, maybe? Just saying. Let's go to the path of the serpent, though, first. And as we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. And it really does help out the channel, and I really do appreciate that. Okay. In your general energy is your general energy. In the position of your general energy is your power card. This, to me, is like you're really feeling yourself. You're in the zone. You're harmonized with yourself. That you know your worth, you know your value, you know where you're going. You're in like the best kind of energy of your life, emotionally, mentally, physically. You are the best version of yourself right now. Yeah. And I feel like this is one of those peak experiences where it's just like, I've never felt better. I've never been like just kind of more comfortable in my own skin than I am right now. And this, to me, this is enough to really like make it a day. This is beautiful. This is really good. But we got more good stuff going. So this is the card that says, you're not stopping. You may be in the zone, in the slipstream. You may be in this harmony. But there's more. There's more to it. You're still creating. You're busy doing your work, building your life. And where you're traveling to is this best life, right? This 10 of Pentacles. So I would encourage you to get out a sheet of paper, get out a pencil, draw a picture of your best life. Or if you're like me and you can't draw, just make a list. What are those things that you want? In a year, 5 years, 10 years, where do you see yourself? Who are you? Where are you? And what are you doing? Yeah. I feel like you already have that. I feel like you're someone that keeps a lot of journals. Spirit showing me a particular journal with a leather cover, and there's something embossed on the front. I don't know if it's one of those flowers of life. You know those things, like the geometric pattern? So I feel like you do a lot of journaling already, but this might be something that's more of a magical act, something more of a talisman. Draw that picture, and maybe you got to make it simple, right? I don't know. I'm terrible at drawing. Stick figures are unrecognizable. Fold it up, put it in your pocket, put it in your purse, put it in your wallet, put it under your hat, whatever you do. Keep that thing with you. And it's not meant to really be taken out and looked at and because maybe you're not going to know what you drew even. It's a magical thing. It's a talisman. It's imbued with this power of your intention. And it represents this best life. And the reason why it's in pencil is because, for one thing, you never know when you're going to have to erase and edit and change it around. Because like I said, the more your vision comes into focus, the more this picture is going to refine itself and the details are going to come out, right? And the more you harmonize with the process of change, the more this picture is going to be different anyway. But the other reason why it's in pencil is because when you fold it together and you put it in your pocket or your hat or wherever, in your wallet or purse, that graphite, right, that pencil markings, those are going to kind of smudge and smear. And it's going to be, when you open it up, it's going to be a lot different. It's going to look out of focus again, And that's kind of that's the point of it. We don't really want to recognize it in that form. As a reminder that every moment, and that's part of calling back here to the Knight of Pentacles, every thought, word, and deed right now is a magical act that is creating your future self and your future environment and your future life, right? Everything you do right now is creating this Ten of Pentacles in your future. So therefore, every thought, word, and deed is changing this ever so slightly. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. We see this in the position of the obstacle. And sometimes that's really the fear of am I dreaming? The fear of this is just like beginner's luck. This is just a fluke thing. There's no way that things are getting good for me. But they are. And you'll see that if you have faith and hope and trust in this Wheel of Fortune, this Jupiter energy, this spiritual energy, it is unlocking doors for you like never before. The restrictions on your life are being lifted. Okay? This is kind of, I don't know, I feel like, have you noticed that people have been just kind of being kind to you more than usual? Like I feel that you're a very likable person because you're a Cancer, and so am I. So, but I feel as if you've been noticing people have just been kind of going out of their way to be nice to you lately. Like people hold the door longer than they used to, or people just offering to help you with something, or just compliments where you're not usually getting them a lot. I feel like there's been a lot more of these kind of random and anonymous acts of kindness that you've been noticing. Yeah. And I feel like it's almost, we almost feel like we're being pranked, But this is Jupiter. This is not Mercury. It's not the trickster. This is the energy this is that aspect of the universal spiritual energy that has something to teach you, that is trying to lead you to your future, but it makes you learn the lessons the hard way, but it's holding your hand the whole time. You know what I mean? And so all of the things that you've been through in your life have been kind of intentional. Well, maybe not intentional, but purposeful, right? There's been a benefit to them. It may not have seemed that way at the time. But now that the wheel's starting to turn and you're starting to get up to the top of that wheel, maybe in the past you felt like you were kind of at the bottom, where the rubber meets the road, and we're just getting kind of ground down on, beneath the wheel. I think you're starting to get back to the top here. Yeah. And I feel like this is almost an unbelievable experience for you. Almost. I feel like you've been having visions or dreams of a white owl. Spirit's telling me to mention the white owl. Maybe that's something that you have to be on the lookout for. It's a very important kind of spirit animal for you right now. It's the white owl. Okay. The world or universe card coming next. Maybe you're not interested in driving at night, right? I think maybe you enjoy longer travel, longer means of travel. I don't think airplanes. I know we were talking about slipstream. I think that's an airplane kind of thing. I'm thinking more trains. I'm thinking that you'd rather be on a train for a while than in an airplane or in a car. Yeah, is that your preferred method of travel, or what's the connection? There's some connection with trains and with you. And I feel like maybe that's the longer kind of journey that you want to take. It's more scenic, it's more laid back, it's more luxurious, right, at times, or it could be. I feel like it's more your speed, I guess, if we could say that. Bad puns today, really bad puns. The universe is really opening doors for you, and it feels like the travel is like long distance travel, or it's like world travel. Maybe not long distance, but over time, like you're gonna like circle the earth a few times, you know. Like it's a lot of travel, a lot of world travel. I don't feel that it is something grueling, and I don't get a feeling of like airports and layovers and just jet lag and misery. No, I feel like it's either ocean voyage, or it's something scenic. I get like mountains and forests kind of areas, that it's really an enjoyable process for you. And this could be literal, but it could also symbolize the ease at which you're going to be traveling through life from here on out. You know, what's the joke about the hot air balloon? What is that? Spirits tell me the hot air balloon. I don't know if it's meant to be a joke, or if it's like somebody's filled with hot air or something like that. But there's something about a hot air balloon with you. I don't know what that is. I like that world card, though. I like that universe card. I want to look at the mystery card now. Okay. Are you the one that likes spiders? Or do you have a pet spider? Maybe like a tarantula or something? I feel like you're kind of known as like the spider person or something. I don't know if you wear like spider symbols or like a brooch or something, or if you have a pet, or if it's just something some symbol that's important to you. Maybe a symbol of balance, or of, I don't know. I don't know what that is. Something with a spider. Let's look at the mystery card, and maybe this will help us with the spider. If you have an idea for this card, put it down in the comments. All right. I don't know what we need. We don't really need anything. I want a 9 of cups, 10 of cups, 9 or a 10 of pentacles again would be good. A 6 of cups. Really, there's nothing that we really need. So anything that we have is going to just be either just a little piece of information that will be good for us to take on our journey, or maybe an idea of who's around us right now. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get as much of a sense of friends or family, except with the 3 of cups. I'm kind of thinking that maybe we need to focus on strengthening those intimate relationships with people, whether they're friends, family members, but those people that resonate with you. The last reading that we had that was saying, don't stick with people that aren't your people. The 3 of Cups is saying, strengthen your relationships with your people. All right. Your family, your chosen family, etc. Let's look at the card. Oh, 10 of Swords. Yeah. 10 of Swords. I think the 10 of Swords is, to me, this is kind of like the card that says you dodged a bullet. Yeah, because look, it kind of reminds me of Caesar, right? It kind of is like we've been betrayed, we've been stabbed in the back. But see, if that situation from the last reading, if you would have stayed there, and like I said in that reading, it seems like it would have been damaging to your career or something in some way, right? It's almost like we did it to ourselves, that we should have known better, you know? So I feel like you got out of there and you really, really dodged a bullet. That's really the only thing I can think of to say for this. Is that you escaped a very limiting situation. And I like to say with the Ten of Swords is this is the birdcage that we find ourselves in. And the first step is really waking up to the fact that we're in a birdcage. And that'd be the Nine of Swords. Ten of Swords is us getting the heck out of the birdcage. And this, I think, is what you had already done. So to me, this is a card that says pat yourself on the back because you didn't stab yourself in the back. Right. Be happy and proud of what you have accomplished and that you've manifested this energy. You've drawn all of this really wonderful spiritual energy into your life. Yeah, you did this. You did that by not doing that. So I think that's what the message is here. You need to be proud of yourself for what you're accomplishing right now and where you are in your life right now. All right. Now, we are going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link that's up here, or there's one down in the video description. New readings for Cancer every Tuesday and Friday. I'm here every day. Just come on back. See me tomorrow. Okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from or where in the world you're going. Yeah. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.